Hello again, friends. 5th January. I don't have to remind you this, but time is passing so fast. It's almost 1 week into 2026. Of course, again, wish you well, wish you another prosper and better year. And yeah, I have to fix something. And here I have one of these fobs, which belongs to my Toyota Prius 3, and it's looking like the battery it's gone. In fact, a very simple fix if we take it the other way. All you have to do, first of all, you have to have the batteries. Next, take out the mechanic key. Just here at the top, bend it and push it into the plastic walls very nice and gently, and the fob will open. Well, I have to say this key, this fob, it's a copy of the original one. It was a long process to finally find the right ones, and I managed. You have the video up there about how to copy this kind of keys. Like I'm saying in the video, don't buy any already inscriptioned or recorded keys from eBay or something, because you can't erase anything. So you need a really blank key. At least mine, it's on 433.92 megahertz. So let's do the mambo jumbo. Let's take out the old one. You see, even this is a new, like 3 years old, but the original still have the battery, because I'm mostly using this one, and being in use often, of course the battery went depleted. Let's see what we got here. 2.73. With 2.73 volts, this battery, it's not even opening the door from proximity. The single way to use this one is to almost touch the fob with the touchless contact itself. Okay, let's have one of these replacements, Weinig or something, and you have to be real careful because this is a CR1632. They are not common. You can't find this in supermarkets or any other regular shops, so I had to command this by the internet. There we go. They even have a warning here, child resistance pack. So the kids can't touch it, thinking they have some bonbons. Alright, let's take it out. Let's measure the voltage. 3.3, you saw that? And this is a really good battery. And something else. Having no doubts, we can touch very shortly on ammeter, like I'm doing now. You see, I'm on 10 amps. You can touch the battery briefly. It's almost 20 milliamps. And let's see the good one. Very shortly, briefly. You see, at least 15 times more current than the depleted one. Alright, now it's very simple. And intuitive in the same time. It's done. Be careful with this rubber around here. This one should go nice, and it's like a cushion like this. There are some more contacts on this fob, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are not evidently working for my system. Probably it's an alarm on off, or possibly opening the trunk and some other functions which are not implemented on my car. Careful with this string here. Oh, I just said that. I just said that. Okay, and back in place like this. And you see, now we have this tension to keep the mechanical key in place. As you can see, we have the LED here already showing activity, so means the fob is working. Let's put this back in place, gently push it down for the notches to have a grip, and the mechanical key back in place. Is it working? Yes, it is. Well, okay, RF spectrum. Here we go. So I recall this one was on 433. Now let's see. There we go. 433.588, and well, it's not such a strong signal. I expected much more. Let's see the original. Minus 52. It's okay. Minus 64. Almost the same. So that proves the battery is fine and the fob is working, and yeah, successful operation. If you want to copy your own fob, follow the video up there. I did it successfully, and yeah, that's it for today. Like always, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Thanks to my sponsors, and again, wish you well in 2026. Until the next one, have fun. Bye bye.